Good morning, friends. Paul Green here, comedianscommute.com. I'm heading to work, and you will notice that right now I am about to stop. That's because there's two four-way stop signs on this road, this residential street going to my house. These stop signs were just added maybe about a year ago. So for about 6 or 7 years, this used to be open road. You could just cruise, and you wouldn't have to stop. But now you notice I'm stopping again. Have to look. Four-way stop. You can probably see the stop signs in the back there. Oh, there's one of them. So not all that frustrating because this road was fine. I don't know what sort of concerned resident or governmental official was like, hey, I know, we need to make this road a lot more annoying and inconvenient for drivers by having them come to two complete stops on this half-mile stretch of residential road. And usually it's, I'm heading home from work, or I'm coming home kind of late at night or whatever, and you just want to get home, but instead you have to come to these two complete stops on a 35-mile residential road. It's ridiculous. What's most frustrating, we'll say frustrating, is I realized as a comedian, I have a weird social personality. I'll admit that. I'm a weird dude. I don't conform to a lot of social standards, and I've learned over the years that what that means is I create a lot of awkward situations for people that I don't necessarily feel awkward because I'm kind of on stage, life is a stage or whatever. And so I'm just kind of putting on a little mini show, which I find entertaining. But then I realized, oh, wait a minute, I might be making this person feel uncomfortable or awkward. But I've learned that one of the only times I ever really feel awkward on a consistent basis is whenever I come to a four-way stop at the same time as another car. And for some reason, that situation of two cars coming to a four-way stop at the same time, it's always really awkward. And I don't understand why it's awkward, because the laws of the land are very clear as to what's supposed to happen in that situation, which is you yield to the right. You look at the person to the right, and then they're supposed to go. But for some odd reason, which I've never been able to explain, every single time I come into that situation and I look to the right, the person to the right just looks right back. And they just kind of stare at you. And they're like, I don't know what to do here. And it's very clear. You obey the laws. You obey road laws, street traffic laws, which is you go. But then you get into this situation to where there's that few brief moments of pause where that person doesn't really seem to know what to do. And then I'm kind of like, wait a minute, why are they wanting me to go? And then there's the awkward wave through, oh no, you go. But usually both of you end up doing that at the same time. So now you're both waving at the same time, and now you don't really know, well, who's supposed to be the first one to go through. And I realized the only thing that I can equate that circumstance to, or the only thing that I feel is similar or akin, if you will, is it's like running into an ex-girlfriend at a party. And the same awkwardness, the same dynamics kind of apply. You see her there and you're like, oh, I didn't know we were going to show up here at the same time. See, what's the rule here? I believe you're supposed to yield to whoever dumped. Right? Whoever dumped should make the first step because they were the one who ended the relationship. So I think it's only fair that they be the first one to kind of make the initial move if there's going to be some interaction. However, even that doesn't ever really happen because in their mind, they're like, oh, well, I dumped him, so, I don't want him to, feel uncomfortable or whatever, so I'll wait for him to come talk to me, which is ludicrous. If you dump somebody and you see him at a party, you should be the one to just go up and at least say hello and friendly. You should be friendly. But that doesn't happen. So you see him, and then there's that kind of standoff of like, okay, who's supposed to go first here? Who's supposed to make the first move? And then maybe you like make some awkward eye contact, and you both wave at the same time, and you don't really know you're supposed to talk here. And it's an awkward and it's an uncomfortable situation. And the only other time that I experience that degree of awkwardness is at a four-way stop sign. I don't understand it. I don't get it. What is the big deal? Why is it so hard if you are on the right side just to go through the stop sign? What are you afraid is going to happen? The other person's stopped. They're waiting for you. Why does nobody know this? Has nobody been to driver's ed in the last, as long as I've been driving, in the last 15 plus years? Is there some sort of moral obligation? Are they trying to feel good about themselves? Like, I'm the bigger man. I'm going to wave this person through. I'm going to let them have 3 extra seconds of spare time. Because I really doubt that, because that would require every single person I've ever been in that situation to be a charitable person. And not that I don't have a lot of faith in humanity or anything, but I just don't have that much faith in humanity that every single person I've ever come to a four-ways. Because, I mean, it's persistent. It happens almost every time. Now, granted, maybe I just only recognize those times because that's kind of my point of view, and so I don't recognize other times. But I want you all to pay attention to that. When you come to a four-way stop, especially if you are the one to the left, so you're the one who needs to yield to the right, and just see, does the person to the right, do they just stop and go through the stop sign with confidence? You stop, you're on the right, that's the rule, everybody knows the rule, go through the stop sign, watch for it, and I want to know, did they do it? Did they do it? Did they just go through? Or did they wait, hesitate, did they wave you through? Was there a little bit of like, one starts to go and then the other starts to go, and then it's like, well, I was going to wait for you, but then you didn't take advantage of the situation. So if you're going to wait for me, I'm not going to just sit around and give you like 20 seconds to determine that it's your turn to go. I'm not that patient, but I just know you're supposed to yield. You're just supposed to yield to the right. That's it. It's not a big deal. We're all adults here. We're all licensed drivers. We all know the rule. Can we just not make that an awkward situation? Can we do that? Everybody, can we agree? If you're on the right, four-way stop sign, just go. Just go through. Oh my gosh, that guy is walking his dog on a main road, and the dog is barking at every single car. And the guy just keeps on walking him. I really don't think that is a good idea. What the heck? There's all of these, gravel trucks. Maybe they're refilling the gravel. You see those over on the left? Anyway, I'm losing focus here. Barking dog, gravel trucks, awkward situations. So that's my beef this morning. My friends, can we just make life just a little less awkward for some people? Okay? Can we just own it? Can we just own the fact that when you're on the right, you get to go? That's your time. The laws of the land have given you free passage. You don't gotta wait for nobody. You don't gotta yield to anybody. You don't gotta wave anybody through. You don't gotta be a nice guy. You get to go. It's your time to shine, baby. That's your time to shine. You just take it. You take that opportunity and you go through that four-way stop. After coming to a complete stop, let me be very clear. You come to the complete stop and then you get to go if you're on the ride. That's all I got to say this morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am here at work. I am now stopping. And this has been comedianscommute.com, paulgreencomedy.com. Have a good day.